Okay, here we go. Good evening, everyone. How are you guys doing? Welcome to Tell It As It Is, or Shut Up Guyana. Well, you know, we're here. We basically tell it as it is. Today, we are doing a relationship segment. We did miss a couple weeks of our regularly scheduled programming due to unforeseen circumstances. However, we are back and we are here to entertain you and inform you, which I think is really, really fun. For those of you who don't know, I'm your host, Papa Snow, Anthony Snow, for those of you who know me like that. And we definitely have our amazingly beautiful host here as well with us, Miss Natasha Chin, coming all the way out of the UK. So, how is it over there, Miss Chin?
Very cold. It was snowing yesterday morning. We're in lockdown. We're probably going to be in lockdown past April now. So
Ooh, there's been a lot of
they're
lockdown,
saying that,
a lot of
yeah, it's
lockdowns
really
going
bad.
on. Right, it's
They're saying like
crazy.
literally, we've been in lockdown since December before Christmas.
Well,
So they're
we
now saying that schools probably won't open up until May.
Well, oh gosh. We still got
Mm.
it a little easy down here. We're not in full lockdown yet. However, I am aware of there being a new form of the virus, right?
Mm.
I think that's why they did the lockdown over there in the UK, right?
Yeah, but apparently we have actually locked off to like there's a travel ban into the UK for the whole of South America because apparently there's a new strain in Brazil. So just making you aware of that.
Okay, yeah, I did hear about the new strain in Brazil. I'm surprised
Mm.
we haven't pushed for more stringent measures. However, the
Mm.
reality is Guyana doesn't have the resources to lock down the way a lot of other places will lock down, right?
Very true.
You know, that's the truth. It would be nice to know if we were able to do a systematic lock. We can't do a systematic lockdown,
Mm-hmm.
right? You know, we still
No.
we still got our old people out here standing up for pension. So let me tell you what, getting we might as well put the old people on the borderline and tell them it's pension time. They're gonna, we can have border patrol there,
Exactly.
right? I mean, it's sad, but it's true, right? You know, but that's a different story, right?
Mm.
Shout out to all senior citizens out there. We respect you, and realistically,
We
we
do.
wouldn't be here if you guys were not, having a good time at some point in time in your life. You hear that, Dad? I know what you were up to, all right? Wicked man. No. I'm gonna get cussed for that one later, right?
You're getting a phone call straight
Yeah,
after this
yeah,
live.
yes. Probably even before the live, right? Um, let's see. Nirmala, Ontario is also in lockdown. Hey, Samantha. Christina, good night.
Hey, Christina. Hey, Ramona.
Cindy, Jennifer, Ramona, hey, my beautiful sister. She's out there. Roshini, everyone. Did I pronounce that right? Roshini? Yeah, I think so. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, thank you very much. I'm looking
Mm.
sharp. Yes, yes, yes. Very,
And
very
thank you,
sharp.
Christina.
Very sharp today. It's the lineup. It's the lineup, right? So, I'm taking advantage of it, right? Um, so I finally got like my first haircut in my own barbershop today. So that was kind of cool. Yeah, that was
Nice.
kind of cool, right? Unfortunately, my regular barber, Jean Tao, like he disappeared, right? Like, I don't know. I think over this last election cycle, like, I don't know.
He's done a U-turn.
Yeah, he went and kind of did a U-turn thing. I'm trying to tell him, like, dude, the election in Guyana is done, so we could be friends again, right? Because normally doing no, it's I'm like I don't know what to expect. Sometimes it's crazy. You and people are
Either
good,
that
good,
or
good,
some
good,
woman
good.
hold him up somewhere.
Like I found it out the other day to be absolutely true. I used to wonder how come people in Guyana, you could be really good friends, and all of a sudden election comes and you're like,
Yep.
you know, yeah,
Different.
So I was like, dude, the election is done. We could be back friends again, right? But I'm just waiting. I'm waiting. I had to send that one with the post office, so it's gonna take a little bit to get to him, right? How long?
Well, your
How?
barber did a good job. You do look
Yeah, well,
sharp.
there's a backup to everything. Such is
Hmm.
life, right? Mm.
That is Coke, right?
Yeah, it is Coke, but I'm drinking it like a boss. You would never know that it's only soda.
That's what I asked.
You would never find out that you would never know. I'm drinking it like a big boy. Watch. My sister commented on this thing. My sister Ramona commented on this thing the
Yeah.
other day. She said, you know, I noticed that when you drink your tea and when you do other things, you know, I got this thing that I do with my pinky. And I try not
You raise
to.
it up, right?
Yeah, I
You
try
do
not
this.
to, and I can't help it though. Like, you know, I just do it by habit now, and it's a
You're
little
bougie.
odd, but
We call that bougie.
bougie, right? Yeah, I'm a little
You're
bougie,
bougie.
right? Yeah. But here's the funny thing, right? I always found, you see that same term bougie? I always found it to be incorrectly used. The reason why is
Oh.
because if you really, you know, if you really checked the definition for the word bourgeois, where bougie is derived from, it basically just means middle class.
Yeah. But people have switched it and used it as if it's
As if it's like the high end stuff, right? So yeah, I'm bougie, I'm middle class, right? However, I find it funny that
they use it
people
as a
on
slang.
the level below are like, well, bougie is if bougie is like, you know, like you're an aristocrat suddenly, right? And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, you know, that just means
Maybe
that we're
not.
working class people, right? But okay, fine, you know, English. And it's funny. And I used to think maybe it was just in Guyana, right?
Yeah.
But then I heard a song, something bad and bougie, cooking up dope with the Uzi or something like that, right? And then I realized like all over the world, poor-minded people think that the word bougie means you're rich.
Bougie means, but then people now
That's
use
when
it
I
as a
realized
slang.
that people are very stupid. I mean, I can't, you know, there's a dictionary for a reason, but anyway, that is, you know, right?
Which I'm sure you've read from back to front.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm like, the dictionary is, you know, I hate to say it, but it feels like the dictionary was written in Congress place. I'm just like, I don't want to say too much more. Take a swig of my Coca-Cola for that one. All right, so good afternoon once again, everyone. Right, I like to do the little warm-up talk. Oh, the warm-up talk is nice, right? Noel, yes, it is a French word, but it still means middle class.
Middle class.
Right? It still means middle class, right? So I guess because some persons had it, you know, it was spoken, you know, as an international word because, you know, in America they started saying bougie, right? And so maybe because they couldn't pronounce the word correctly. I don't know. Right? I don't know. Yes, Christina, definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you, Christina, my sister, for putting that out there. Yes. Listen, any
Please
trolls,
come.
right? Any trolls
Yeah.
or rude people, right? You're going to be blocked. Like, seriously, because this is supposed to be an enjoyable and informative show. So, anybody coming here with your stupid nonsense,
And my mouth doesn't have a filter. I
yeah,
can
her
actually
mouth don't
talk
got a
it this
filter.
time.
And I'm
Like I can't
really,
type, I can talk it.
yeah, and I'm really, really trying my best to ease with profanity.
Okay,
At the
I'll do it on your
at the
behalf.
request of our viewers, right? Out of respect to our viewers. I mean, I know that I have my regular reality show, which is, you know, Life with Papa Snow, basically, right? And on my regular reality show, it's kind of like very raw, right? However, life is taking me down this road, and the fact that life is taking me down this road, it is not a lonely road. And I'm so grateful to God that this is not a lonely road. All of you viewers, everyone here, Miss Chin, everyone in the network, you're all amazing people. And, you know, for all of the ones who are incredibly kind and good-hearted toward me, hey, I love you guys. And for all of the trolls, thank you for the training.
No,
Right?
they're
Thank
just
you
boosting
for
up
the
your,
training.
they're just boosting up your views.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But not just that. You know, they're like my atmosphere to vent. It works out, so I can vent on them, right? My dog pissed on my shoe or something, and I'm gonna tear off. Why'd you pee on my? You know, they're gonna be like, but I didn't pee on nothing. I'm like, whatever. It's still your fault, right? Wrong place, wrong time, right? So, you know, it's just
I've met some amazing people through your lives.
you know,
Like, so imagine
you're all
you're
amazing.
actually
I hope that you guys
you're
realize
actually
how amazing you
connecting
guys are.
us. like it's not just like we're connecting to you, but you're allowing us to connect with other people
Well,
too.
my
So
life is
which is
not just
great.
my life. What is my life
Mm.
comprised of? My life is comprised of all of the experiences, and experiences come from a lot of different people that I meet. So, this gives me a really good opportunity to meet a ton of wonderful people. I mean, I might
Yeah.
get an opportunity to unravel and uncover a bunch of crosses in the meantime, right? But that's okay, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, training, right?
There you go.
Works out. So that's how I view it. I view it as training. Some training sucks, but other training
Mm-hmm.
is very good. Hold on, let me turn on this battery pack here for a minute. Here we go. Right. So for those of you who don't know, this show is actually being broadcast out of Guyana. However, at the same time, uh, we are doing an intercontinental stream here, okay? And we are utilizing the South American continent and also the European continent, right?
Yep.
So just to let everyone know, right? Just make sure that everybody enjoys this show. And by the way, we're trying to make the show better, so we're trying to improve it in a lot of different ways. We're trying to
Mm-hmm.
get other facilities involved in the show, such as a walkabout throughout our countries, right? Where some of these same questions that we're discussing here can actually be answered by general public. Okay? But it does cost a little something to do that. So if you guys would like to donate to help keep this show running and improve the quality of it,
Right.
right? Definitely, I'm not going to say no to a contribution if you guys want to make that happen. So if you're interested, just check the link above and you'll see. Message me directly and I will tell you how you can make this happen. Okay? And it's not something that will be crazy expensive. Everybody just did a little piece. It's possible to make this a really spectacular show. Right?
Also, please do call in. Like, we'd appreciate call-ins. We really would. It would be really good to hear. You don't have to, like Anthony said earlier, you can stay anonymous. But it'd be great if like we got some call-ins.
Yeah, definitely. We also do this as a call in program, ladies and gentlemen. That number to call in is 622 1957 592 Guyana area code. Right? You could call live on WhatsApp or you could call direct. Your voice will be on the show. We actually have a microphone set up right
Mm-hmm.
next to the other phone here so that when you call, your voice could be heard. What I will ask is that if you are calling in, make sure that your calls are, you know, related to the topic, right? All like I was talking about relationship right now. Don't call and tell me what Joe Harmon do. Don't tell me what Barrett do. Don't tell me what, don't call me and talk about Trump. Me and want to hear though, right? We ain't want to hear
Yeah.
nothing about that right now, right? Right now, we're going to be talking about some relationships, right? And
Mm-hmm.
I think this is always a fun segment, okay? Um, Let me see. Christina put something there. Collins, Tasha, a note in my tongue, eh? What?
What?
I have no idea what she was saying there.
What is that?
Oh, gosh, Ramona said right now she won't be
I'll
calling.
be
She'll be
cussing on
cussing
me.
all men. Sorry. Okay, so for
Okay,
those of you who are now
Ramona,
tuning in,
I
understand
hear
that
you.
I'm also the representative for the men in this particular forum here, and Miss Chin is the women's representative, right?
Yeah.
Judging by the amount of audience that seems predominantly female at this moment, we men are outnumbered. You
We're
know,
winning.
where my brothers
We're
is at?
winning.
Where are my brothers at? Y'all gonna let me handle this alone?
I think I just saw Horace jump on. I don't know if he's come off, but I saw Horace jump on. So I think you've got Noel. You've got a couple,
Well,
majority
I want
women.
back up. I want back up. Why am I on the front lines alone?
Guys, tell a friend to tell a
Hey,
friend,
where all
preferably
the real
male.
men at? Y'all bring yourself to this show one time, right? You can't just left me out here. Oh.
You're getting a lot of angry
Yeah,
faces.
I get a lot of angry faces. Yes, Horace. Yeah, my brother. My
See,
brother
Horace,
came
I
on.
told you
He ain't
he's
leaving me
there.
alone, right? I'm not sure where Floyd is at, right? But definitely. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
Floyd's
Horace,
not
Horace,
on.
like me and you, they're here. By we got to represent, right? All right. So,
You've got
For those of you
backup.
who don't know, we really don't rehearse any shows, right? So everything that you see, everything is like, boom, in your face,
Mm-hmm.
right there, right? I don't know where's Floyd, Christina, right? Now we have a comment here from Samantha Katwaru, right? Hi guys, I was living with my husband for 12 years. He leave and go to New York, saying he's going to make it right for me and my kids. Know he is married to this woman, and most of the time he tell me, I have a man. Guys, what do you think I should do? Okay, well, uh,
That's easy.
yeah, you go ahead and answer that one there. Let me see, someone's calling in.
Samantha, you need to leave him. He has another wife. Like literally,
Hey,
I'm gonna
oh,
tell
sorry.
you now. If
Hey,
he's
Dad, I'm on a live
hold
right
on.
now. Relationship talk.
You've lived with your husband for 12 years. He leaves to go to New York saying he's going to make it right for me and my kids. Oh, you have children. That's a very sticky situation then. How old are your kids, Samantha?
It doesn't even fully matter, you know. The,
I personally would leave him if he's got another wife. Like if he's got another wife, I would literally, he's been living a lie. That's just me personally.
all right.
I can't, I can't deal with,
That
I'm just,
you're hearing me clearly now, right? Because I had a little thing with the thing here.
but if there's kids involved, that's a different story.
All right, so I understand where you're coming from, and you're in a shitty situation. Okay. So here's reality. This is just my point of view, right? I don't know how anyone else would feel about this, right? Uh, because hearing that, it sounds like he wants the best of both worlds. And it's not a problem when someone wants the best of both worlds. It's human nature. People is always going to want to try to find what is convenient for them, right? Now, this is what you do. He wants the best for his family. Tell him straight. You got to send you X amount of money every month, and let him write that in a list and make sure you got a document stating that. As that happens, girl, then you tell him straight. You're going to take his advice and move on. But make sure you get that document first with him sending X amount so that legally on paper, he cannot avoid that he has been upkeeping you and his children. This is reality, right? You
Child
need to
maintenance.
ensure that you have this evidence of this man upkeeping his financial obligations to his children from down here. This way now, in the event that it is time for your divorce, right? You would be able to have a situation where your children are secure from your divorce, right? Because the reality is, unless you're willing to share, because what's going on with that man right now, that man is what you call a polygamist, right? So that's going to lead into another part of what it is that we're talking about. And that's why I'm answering this question, because it's related to what it is that we're going to be talking about this evening, right? But that man needs to make sure that he covers his obligations. After you get that in writing, what he's going to do for his children, and you make sure, right? And you make sure that that man is obligated to his children, girl, in which case you separate. Now, if you're in Guyana, my advice to you, realistically speaking, as soon as you get a visa, if you don't already have one, you go over to America, right? And you go straight to the family court in America, and you make sure that he knows that you are ready to file an action that he has legally married someone in the U.S. while
He's
he's
committing
with you,
bigamy.
legally married to you.
He's committed bigamy.
Once it is proven, then you just hold him by his balls legally and make sure he pay that child support, right? And the reality is that should be about as much as you should expect. However, in the case that this man might be willing to take care of his children Maybe he has moved on from you, and you need to know how to separate the two, because the woman and the children is two different story,
What
right?
I want to know is, does he send money for the kids now to
So
support
so
them?
those are some things that you need to take into consideration. If it be the case that he has just abandoned you or the relationship, the marriage, because you can abandon a marriage and not abandon a family.
Mm.
Two different things, right? Two different things. So if it be the case that the man just abandoned the marriage, but the man did not abandon his obligations to the children, in which case, get him money freedom. Let it go away. But make sure that there is a legal structure in place for him to maintain his children.
Mm-hmm.
That is the reality, right? Other than that, now, miss, like, I don't know your age, I don't know your direct circumstance, I don't know if you were a housewife all your life, you know, I don't know what circumstance you are currently in. If it be the case that the man has always been, or you have always been dependent on that man, well, then, really, really fast, you need to start to improve yourself. You need to start learning how to stand on your own. If you are not sure how, what I would do is I would tell you to contact our network, and we have some people that will work directly with you to, show you some ways and teach you some skills to help you get on your feet. We even have a program going on right now that I would actually personally help you to start your own business. This way you can maintain yourself.
So he is sending money for them, but
But they
most of the
got they
time
basically got asked for it. They gotta
you
hound
have
him.
to
They
beg
gotta
for
hound him
it.
for the money, right? So you
She
gotta
needs to let
remind
him
him,
go. She
yo, you
needs to
got
get that child
obligations.
support. Mm.
Yeah, so that is a bad thing, because the reality is he's a father, he knows he has obligations, right? He knew it. He knew
Does
it from the
he
inception, right?
does he have children with the other person as well? That's another question.
That's not even a concern of this woman's, though. Reality speaking,
Mm.
that man still need to take care of a certain amount of
Oh,
things.
of course.
However, Samantha, one, my heart and prayers are with you, because being in that type of situation, it's emotionally disturbing, and that emotional disturbance can cause a lot of damage to you psychologically and also physically, in terms of your health and well-being and the way you perform as an individual, much less the way you're going to have to perform as a parent, right? Well, Samantha, here's the thing. If you move on, he would not send money for me or and the kids. Well, let me
Mm-mm.
tell you something carefully. This is why you need to start strengthening yourself, right? You need to start strengthening yourself. Now, you are not helpless. So let me tell you this carefully. You are not helpless. However, if you tell yourself you're helpless, then you will be helpless, right? I'm not sure of your age. I'm not sure what circumstance you're in. However, if you're decent and a good human being, you can definitely count on me to try my best to help you. You could come to our organization, especially being what I would consider a single mother at this moment, in distress, provided
I've
that you're
been in
willing
exactly the same,
to
well, a
work and
similar
handle some
position.
responsibilities.
Mm.
I'll help work you through it. It's not the worst thing in the world. Learning how to be independent and standing up on your own is not a bad thing. You have to. I mean, it's a challenge. It's going to be scary, but other people can do it. I don't think that you would have a problem doing it, right? Much less if your
Samantha?
children are
Yeah.
already at a certain age in life where they can be a little bit of assistance to you at the same time. As a family, you can get through it. And hell yeah, my friend Riri is on here too, and she said it straight. We're all here to help you, and that's kind of what this is about, right? You would be surprised, you know. You're 43. God, girl, you still got health
She's
strength.
my
You
she's
still, you still
about
got,
my age.
you still got like another 20 to 30 years of relationship aggression in you, and all sorts of stuff. So you ain't gone nowhere yet. You now start life, right? And I will tell you one thing: if it is the case, right, of what you're saying here, well, then he's kind of a sleaze bag, and I think we need to address the situation from a productive side. But one thing that I will tell you, right, don't try to take it on as a fight. Because all the cards are stacked against you at this moment. And to take it on as a fight directly, you would create a major issue, right? One thing that I will tell you that I am concerned about, right? Not to get into your personal business or whatnot, right? But I will tell you this. If you are in such a relationship with this man, and this man, you're still calling him your husband, in which case I think you need to learn how to stand up for yourself. And I think that you're going to need a little bit of help and assistance, and wherever we could help and assist you in counseling and a few other areas, right? Our network, we do have a lot of, experienced women in our network who would be willing to assist by spending some time and talking with you to help give you some solutions and suggestions as to how to deal with this, because I think that you shouldn't have to deal with that alone. Okay? I think that's something very, very bad to have to deal with alone, because it can be really, really telling. Really,
I
really telling.
can support as well. Like I can assess, see where her skills are at, what skills she has, how best we can work with her. I have no issues with doing that as well, Anthony, because you know my background. So
Definitely. Doreen Adams said you need to let that young lady dress appropriately when she come in on a live.
I am dressed appropriately.
Yeah, so just letting you know, she actually has on a tube top,
Yeah,
right? I
I
believe it's a
am
tube
dressed
top, yeah, but
appropriately.
the way
Look,
it
I can
looks,
stand up.
the way the camera angle is looking, right? Um, it looks one way, right?
Yeah.
However, too, it is appropriate. I find it appropriate. It's okay. I mean,
I'm not
unless
showing anything. It's
yeah,
my shoulders.
yeah,
If I was
you
in Guyana, I'd be dressed the same way.
yeah,
It's hot.
um, yeah, she has nice skin. Hey,
Thank you.
yeah, you're welcome, right? But yes, I don't think it's too bad. We have people going to church and showing their tea back. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, giving
I'm
giving
fully
the
dressed. I
pastor a
got on
reason for drop on
leggings.
your knees and pray, right? So
Hmm.
I don't think it's too much of a headache there, right?
Thank you,
Uh,
Noel.
Now, back to Samantha, right?
Hmm.
There are people here. We are, you know, we are here to assist where we can. So you do have a support group here who would be willing to help and assist you, Samantha, to the best of our ability. I can't promise you a miracle, but what I could promise you is people who genuinely care, who would do their best to try and assist you, right? And I don't think
Yeah.
it's just from my side. I see the viewers, some of our support group there also online with us watching tonight as well. And we are all kind-hearted individuals, and a lot of us have experience going through one problem or the next. So I don't want you to feel that you're suffering alone or you're going through this alone. You are only alone if you isolate it. So I'm very happy that you were bold enough to take this step to mention
Yes,
this,
yeah.
even on a public forum, because that does take a lot of guts. It does take a lot of guts, right? So we would like to assist you there wherever we could. But the first step now, you've taken the first step. The next step would be, if you're in Guyana, you should probably come and check us out. And then I could thoroughly investigate the matter first and foremost, because I don't want to be here just character assassination on your husband, because I don't know the man and I don't fully know the circumstance, right? But at the same time, my priority would be helping you until you can attain a certain sense of financial independence, to where you wouldn't have to depend on that gentleman, right? And then in case he does do something you don't like, you'll be a little bit more empowered. You'll be able, to stand on your own 2 feet. So I hope that helps, right? And definitely, Right on, Noel. Yeah, so Noel's like a brother from another mother right now. I can tell you this. Uh, really
Yeah.
genuine person. Loves to help, and I appreciate that help
Yeah.
so much. Right? See,
Yeah.
I think Christina put something there. Ayakami, let me flash my naked big butt there on them judgmental people. Oh, uh, listen, I think it's more that people
Each to their
traditionally.
own. I'm not
I think it's more traditional elements. However, we're in a whole different time frame right now. Life has been different,
error.
right?
Exactly.
Like even in society in the U.S., oral sex has become like a handshake, which is crazy. You know what I mean?
It
And
is
people,
like, yeah.
so I'm just like, you know, she's shouldering her shoulder. Oh my gosh, right? If
Which
there was a
most of it is
nipple
covered by
exposed,
my
if there
hair.
was a nipple
Most
exposed,
of it is covered by my hair at
right?
that. So
Right? If there was a nipple exposed, it might be a little different.
yeah, then that's different. But I'm fully covered from here
Yeah.
down.
No, but we were talking about that earlier too, you know. You said people are gonna
We
think
was.
I'm
Remember I
naked.
said to you, oh my God, you can't see. Looks like let me pull up because it looks like you can't see.
I
He
wish
was
I could
actually
have wore a
was
tube
actually
top.
saying that.
People thought I was naked. It was like, no, but I don't have that. You see, guys can't do that stuff. Well, if you do, you're not really a guy, are you?
Yeah, there you
Right.
go.
All right. So let's start with the first major topic here, right? And I think it is a big topic, right? Can love distract you from your life's goals? Right?
Mm.
Right? What do you think here, Miss Chin? Can
I
love
think
stop you from gaining certain accomplishments that you might have set for your life?
I think it's dependent on the caliber of person that you pick and the type of person that you pick. I think in terms of
Okay, wait. Can
their
we just slow
mindset.
that down for a minute? Just back it up a little bit. First, let's start
Mm.
with the yes or no version. Yes or no? Can it?
I think it can and it can't. It depends, but I think it definitely can.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong, it most definitely can,
Yeah, because
but
I'm
there's
saying it
also
can.
an element.
Whether it
There's
will or
also
not,
no, it can,
different
but
story. But
there's
I'm saying
also
it
an
can.
element where it depends on the individual that you seek.
Okay, so
But I think it
but then
definitely
it is
can.
like it can
Yeah,
it can. So
of course it
if it
can.
was a yes or no question, can we agree that it would be yes?
It would be a yes. Yeah.
Okay. So if it was a yes or no question, it's yes. Okay, now you can
It's
explain
not.
why
I'm not
you.
going to say it's the no.
Okay, so now you can explain, why. I
Mm.
mean,
Okay. Ramona, sorry. Um, I think it depends a lot to do with the kind of individual that you pick as a partner, as a life partner, their mindset. Are they, for example, you're driven? Is that person driven? Are they goal orientated? Have they got ambition? Have they got drive? What is their goal in life? What do they want? Do they have a similar mindset to you? If they don't, then you know you're on the path. If you look at somebody that's gonna want to hug up and sleep and cook and clap roti and do whatever, then you're looking for the wrong person
de-
because you
de-
know that they're
depend,
not going to be pushing you.
right? You see, hold on.
They're not going to be pushing you.
Christina said
You
that's a
wouldn't
very
put love.
tough one on love. Well, but it's
I
true.
wouldn't put love in that position.
It's true, right? Um, from my experience, I don't just say yes. I say hell yeah. Distract. I don't just stop at distract. Love can be destructive to your
Love can
life goals.
destroy.
Mm-hmm.
Love can destroy.
Right? Love can make you lose your focus. Right?
But
It,
this is why I said yes and no, because it depends on the type of individual, because you could fall
which
heavily
you
in love with
choose to
somebody and
love. But here's the problem. Sometimes you don't choose to love people. Sometimes you just love them.
you just love them.
I know people that are in love with destructive aspects in their life,
Mm.
right? And it does. And I'll give everyone some examples of this, right? One, I'm gonna refer to local circumstances, right?
Mm.
Let me use the average family here in Guyana, the average family that's somewhere around the poverty line, just
Mm-hmm.
from my social observations, right? Especially when it comes to public servants.
Mm.
A majority of women in this country within that area, right, are very hardworking women.
Mm-hmm.
They work every day. They have hopes, they have dreams. But when they come home, a lot of men from that same economic area in this country gone out drinking, smoking, liming, hanging out with the friends. Have they accomplished anything major in this life yet? No. Have they assisted
Mm.
in building the dream that that woman who is out there every day killing herself up and down, have they helped her achieve that? No.
Mm.
Are they on the same page? No. Some of them don't even want to be in those relationships, and people are fighting to keep them in the relationships because of their perception of what happiness is, right? So
Mm.
I have seen the talk, I love him, lead to her destruction. Now, I've also seen men who are focused and driven and suddenly fall in love, but they can't handle the jealousy about love, because there's jealousy in love. There's a lot of stuff like that, right? Poor choice in picking your mate. There's a lot of things that we do out of impulse, and then we regret shit later on, or you get
Mm.
involved in something impulsively, you fall in love, and then you're stuck, but that person's headed in one direction, you're headed in another direction. But you try so hard to keep it together that you have to sacrifice
Mm.
so many aspects of yourself before you can really showcase your love to that person. And I find that to be one-sided, and I find that to be unfair to the relationship. However,
Mm.
um, a lot of people accept that as love in a relationship. I can't. I'm a little bit more of a realist,
Mm.
personally speaking, right? I was married before, and I could tell you. I remember when things were looking real tight. You know, I was going through a real hard time, and I remember a day, my wife, she was like, "What about you doing taxi work?" Well, right there in my mind, my whole brain was like, "Hold on, did you just say what I think you just said?" And I'm
Mm.
not sure why she said it. I don't know what it was, right? But I'm a business owner. I have certain things going on, things like that. But she was very jealous at the type of business that I did anyway, because, I mean, I'm in the public a lot. I deal with a
In the
lot of
public
people.
eye.
So it was
Mm.
her jealousy speaking, because she wanted to be able to reach me when she wanted to reach me. So a taxi driver sounded just right, Scott. Wherever they're Kali, he can come driving back. So I said, hold on. I said, she wants a taxi
So rather
driver. Well,
than
I'm not the taxi driver. So let's you go find a taxi driver, Scott. Not me.
uplift you, she's trying to
She
suppress you
tried to,
because of.
exactly, she tried to hold me down to cover her
Mm.
insecurities.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I was like, nah, that's not going to happen.
Mm.
Right? But it showcased to me that a majority of people that are in relationships are very selfish. And it comes back down to
Mm.
the essence of a lot of things that we've spoken about before. People are very selfish. People want people where they could control them. People want to be in control all of the time, right? And if you're in a relationship and you love this person so much that you're so stupid, you're willing to do anything and everything, understand that you might be giving up your future in the process to cater to that person's future and not yours.
Mm.
Very big thing. Let's see, we have a
But
call.
this is the thing.
Hi, good evening. You're
Mm.
on to Tell It As It Is. Hold on, let me make sure this thing you can hear it properly. Yes, go ahead.
Okay, this is Samantha. Can I ask a question?
Yes, Samantha. Can you
Um,
guys hear her?
Yes, I can hear you. Um, does anybody see what I type? I know it's a live thing, but I don't know if any one of his family members or anybody is watching because he make a big problem this afternoon with me, and I doesn't want any problem. Like I had enough. This is since 2019. I'm going through this process.
Okay. So, Samantha, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask you to just take it easy a little bit. I can hear the hurt in your voice. I've been there many times before, and I know that right now you probably feel a little lost and you need some support. So we're here to the best of our ability to support you and back you up because I know that for you to come and reach out like this, you need us right now. I mean, so we're gonna be here for you right now,
The
and I
point,
could I could
the
tell you
point,
this.
the
I
point is this, that what he makes me keep going on. He tell me he's coming back this year. He's doing it for me and my kids. And this woman, she go on my page on Facebook. She cuts me out most of the time. She send nasty message to me and my kids. She'd even cut my daughter out already. I sent him all the information and it was like nothing. Nothing didn't like was nothing. And I'm the reason that he's in America today. And I helped him so much. And that is what he did to me and the kids. And if the kids them talk too much, he tell them that I's a dead man for all you. Like your mother gonna look a man which good time into life and all them things. It's hurtful. I mean, I don't want anybody else. I have two broke. This is the second broken relationship. I don't need anybody else in my life to torment me like this.
well, Samantha, I think that's probably one of the smartest things that I think that you could tell yourself is that you don't need somebody romantically in your life to be happy. I think it's important that you are realizing that right now you don't really want anyone to fill that spot. And that is important because you are starting to come to a place where you realize the importance of your self independence, of your personal independence,
I
right?
used to work, I used to work. Before I met him, I used to work. He stopped me from working. If I go and get a job, he's going to say I'm having a man. Just because Friday I was not home, me and the kids then went on the seawall for a little walk and come back, and he called. He didn't get to me. So he say that, let me, I didn't call to talk to you. I called to talk to my children. You go with the man we had. Who is this?
Okay, so the first thing that I would recommend, like I said, you need to start working on a system to get yourself in order, right? You said you were working before. Now, I don't want to discuss any too much more of your personal business on air, but the fact that you're 43, you seem like you have some health, you seem like you have some strength there. How old are your kids, and how many kids do you have?
I have 5 kids.
Holy shit. Okay, you got 5 kids.
Yes, but my 2 elders,
They, how old are they? Samantha?
She
Hello?
had it on here. I think it was 11,
Oh.
14.
Hold on, let me see if I could get her back. I think it could be her credit probably ran out there, but she sounds like she needs some people. So we're here for you,
Yeah,
girl.
she
Hold on.
does.
We're
I
here
know
for
that
you.
she said she had an 11-year-old, a 14-year-old, and I
I'm trying to
can't
call her
remember the
back, but
other.
like I'm not getting through.
Maybe the reception.
No, I'm calling her direct.
14. Okay,
Okay.
14, 11, and 10.
Right? I can't hear somebody in that position and leave them like that.
No.
Hello?
Hi, Samantha.
Yes, dear.
All right, my sister. Check this out, right? This is what we're gonna do, right? Because it's time to start forgetting about that aspect of that life, right? That painful, hurtful aspect. And it's time to start taking some positive steps forward, okay? And one of the most beneficial steps that you will be able to take to move forward right, is by starting to financially empower yourself so that you can maintain your children and you can come off of the dependency of him. Because his financial leverage against you is giving him or making him feel like he has the right to treat you poorly. And I don't think that is fair. It is really, really wrong. But we can help you when it comes to certain things. Like I said before, you're 43, so you're still pretty young when it comes to being able to do things for yourself. You're not in an invalid state or anything of that nature. Now, you were telling us about the ages of your 5 children. Can you continue, please?
Okay, my eldest, she's 23, she already married. My son, he's 22, he already married too. So these 3 that I am having here, 14, 11, and the 10-year-old, that's the 3 that I'm having with him.
Okay, stop right there. That's great news, believe it or not. Because none of these children are at an infant stage or a toddler stage that would basically keep you tied down into one particular spot, right? Being a parent who has had 5 children already, I'm sure that there's a system that can be worked out that will allow you the type of time that you need to work effectively so that you can start to build a financial structure for yourself, right? What you can do, Samantha, when you get off the phone here, just send me a message through WhatsApp on this same number, and
Okay.
Saturday I'll set up an appointment for you because Saturday is a network day at our network where we do outreaches, and you can come in Saturday, and let me see how best I can help get you started down a road that's going to be financially empowering. Okay?
Okay, would that be live?
No, that will not be live.
Okay.
Right? But there is some things that I do need to go over with you. I need to do a capacity orientation to find out what you could handle and what you can't handle, okay?
Okay.
All right, Samantha, know that you have backup and you have support. Now just take a little bit of advice from me, right? As it is right now, he's still the principal breadwinner and he's been doing certain things. Don't be shy. Make sure you keep asking me for money. Listen. Don't let him get you, listen carefully. Don't let him get you frustrated to where you say, I'm done.
We had a beg for money in January month. We had a beg for money last week. We had to beg him. His second child had to turn and tell him, Daddy, you're gonna eat, but we cannot eat.
Well, this is what's gonna happen. First thing, you gotta change that term. You only beg people if they don't owe you. When they owe you, you're telling him he's gotta pay his debts. Right? He's gotta take care of his responsibility. Don't never tell yourself that you are begging when you have to tell him to handle his responsibility. That is not begging, my dear. And when I tell you, anyway, there's certain things I want to talk, but I can't talk it on air because I can't do certain things on air, especially if I'm gonna give you some advice that could put you in the place for the nonsense he doing. I don't want nobody know what coming their way, right? Some things gotta come just quiet and nice, right? Then once he is set in the system to maintain his children, and you are building your own business through our network, you shouldn't have too much of a problem, right? Try not to rush back into a relationship until you really know what you want. And I can tell you the same advice I tell my daughters. When it comes to boyfriend and girlfriend, listen, focus on a career, get your money right, and when you want a man, buy one.
Nah, I don't want a relationship with nobody because these guys, they're coming and live with you, they abuse your children, and they kill you and they kill the kids. No, I don't need that for my kids. I didn't bring them in the world for that.
Exactly. So that's why I tell you, girl, get your money right. I can show you how. We can help back you up. You'll get your money right. You'll get everything set in place for yourself. Then after that, when you're ready for a man, girl, buy one. I tell them people straight. and if you want to play yourself a jackass, you just bring back the receipt. Set it back.
Or sell him on.
I tell you straight. Next thing too, right? You use a mother with children. If you end up with any man and he gotta come live by you, well then you's an idiot.
Nah, I don't want anybody
Okay,
because
okay, because no, I just telling you this right away, right? Because the reality is, if you looking for a man, Scott, and as a woman with children, you making up your mind for take some salawala who couldn't even maintain himself by having an apartment. No, no, no. One, I would have to tell you, wherever you've been looking for man, wherever field you've been walking in or garden, don't go and pick fruit there no more. You gotta condemn the area. The area gotta get flooded out, right? Right? You gotta flood that area. Same way there's flood rice field, you gotta flood it, but just left it flood for a minute until you ready for proper seed plant.
I don't want anybody else. Right now I'm living for my kids, my three small kids right now. That's all I'm living for. So there tomorrow he back home into Guyana. I already tell him once and I will be telling him anytime I go back on the road and gotta start work and provide for my kids, then he have to still mind his look after his
He still
kids.
gotta mind his kids. Legally, the man gotta mind his kids. Now I'm gonna ask you a question now. It's a little bit personal, but you know, there's certain things out there. Do you still consider yourself his wife?
No.
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 Okay.
You know why?
When he's around, do you still have sex with him?
No, remember it's 2019, the 24th he go away. He never returned back to Guyana.
Oh, okay. So while I'm asking, I didn't know if he was married before with the person over
No,
there, and if he was coming and
listen.
going, if
No,
y'all
no,
was
no, 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 no.
sexing. You know, I didn't know, so I said let me ask.
No. He never married. This is arranged marriage, and now she wanted him. She wanted him. She wanted him. It was arrangement that's paid, but she doesn't want that. She wants the whole package right now. That is what she's fighting for. And if I I used to go to church.
Okay, stop right there.
You know,
Wait,
too
Samantha,
much.
Samantha, stop right there. You want me to tell you why I'm stopping you right there? I'll tell you why I'm stopping you right there. Right now, you're attacking someone that is not in control of the situation.
I know.
You right now. Listen to yourself for a moment. Think about what you're saying. You're saying she wants this. She can't want us going to make it happen if he didn't want it to.
Both of them need here.
Good. So here's the thing. Forget about she. She's actually your friend and you don't even know it.
No, the thing is that this
No,
woman
yes, she is your friend. Trust me, and I'll explain why she's your friend. Because she is knowingly taking a scandal from you. Would you knowingly take a scandal from somebody else?
No.
Good, well then if she want to take, don't let you take it.
But you know the thing amazed me with this woman? She telling me that I having man in Guyana, which I'm an honest individual with him.
Samantha, you're hotting up your head with stupidness. It doesn't matter. You're taking on all of these stories in between as opposed to just dealing with the fact. The fact is, listen, the man gone and left the country and married another woman. It doesn't matter if they say you got a million man squad after that. None of that don't matter. Because at the end of the day, all of that is hearsay. But you know for a fact he legally go and marry somebody when he was legally married to you. So let me tell you something, right? He lucky I wasn't you, by. He be paying right now. He be paying real.
Me,
Well,
I think her personal.
I would have to get the
personal
card
issues-
for that jackass. That's how he gonna be paying. He gonna pull the weight.
You know
Right.
what happened to the guy? Let me tell you the whole thing. The guy, he's a kind of jealous individual. When I was more younger, I used to work. I got this land. He comes, he helps, he build a house. The two we used to pay rent, he build a house. My mom, she helped me do the roof. I put on the light, the water, everything. I do certain X amount of thing in here. Now because the place is in my name and he tell himself that his parent, his father telling him that I should go and pledge my transport to get a vehicle to give him. I said, when I pledge my transport and you fail to pay the people are gonna levy from the house. Me and my kids on the
Okay,
road.
listen, check
I
this
said,
out.
no, it
Check
can't
this out.
happen.
Samantha, make it easy. That's you place and then you name. Right? Real simple. Just hurry up and divorce. What are you waiting on? What are you waiting on? You know, I gotta ask you, you know pies in there in the cup. You still drinking from the cup?
Nah, I never marry, you know.
No pun
I
intended,
never married
PPP.
him. I
It's
never
a different
married the
couple.
guy. I never married the guy. That was a nice part of the story.
So wait, hold on. So hold on. You're not legally married to this guy?
No.
So then why you telling me your husband, girl? Then you thieving the woman husband.
No, listen to me. Me and he living for 12 long years. We
Sounds
didn't
So
like
get
a
common law
GS
married.
husband and wife.
Yeah,
We
well,
didn't-
your common law, your common law.
Right.
Common
We
law
live in a
husband and
common
wife.
law life,
Okay,
right?
well then, let me tell you something, right?
We
As
didn't
soon
get
as-
married for one
listen.
good reason.
Well,
It's
listen,
because
you are
faith.
only common man, wife in Guyana. That's why the man gone overseas and marry outside, right? But that woman is actually his legal wife. You have no precedence in that man's life at this moment legally. Understand what they're telling you, right?
I know, right?
Okay, good. So
Wait, what
let's
if that-
stop. Let's go from there. This relationship done, unless you choose to prolong it, right? Realistically, Samantha, what's your next step?
Okay, well, my next step is that I have to move on, but I willingly to move on. But he's
Move
the
on
one
in what
that-
way? What is your next actual step? What are you
Well,
going to
okay.
do next? What is that very next move that you're going to make?
I want to get a job. I always want to go back and work, but I'm afraid that he finds out when I'm working and he stops sending the money if I don't get the job, and I don't get a job could maintain me and my 3 kids.
How much money does he send a month?
Week, he don't send money a week. He send money a month.
Yeah, how much money does he send a month?
$120,000 he send a month. That is for pay all the bills, food stuff, and everything. Everything for the kids, them, and everything. You cannot ask for anything anywhere.
But he sends 120,000 Guyana dollars every month, 600 US.
Mm-hmm.
He's sending that, and he hasn't missed that.
Right? He don't send only on holidays like Christmas. He gonna send an extra, and that's it.
Okay. So, one, the man has been doing something for his kids. So this is something I want to verify. The man has been doing something for his kids. So that has been verified. So the man isn't really dissing his kids. The man is just pretty much dissing you.
I know to my own heart he's still supporting me with the kids. But my point is,
So it's time for you to move on.
right, but many points when he say that this is your chance to move on with life, and I asked him, he's saying it in a passion, and when he gets cold down, can you ask him? He say, you know how long you waiting for? You gonna tell you for God, look a man, you know how long you waiting with the
Listen, here's the thing. You need to learn how to communicate with this gentleman and say, listen, buddy, check this out, right? This husband and wife stuff, that done, right? But now we're friends. And listen, I don't mind if you take what you gotta take. You just handle your responsibilities. And just keep it real. That's all you gotta do, you know. You gotta keep it real. But it sounds more like you still got a little something there. And I'm hoping that that's not really the case, right? Because if that's the case, you're just gonna make yourself miserable.
To be honest,
He does sound
I
like that.
always think that he always tell me and kids he's coming back for us to be a family.
Good. Stop right
Right?
there. Stop right there.
Just
When
holding
he
on to
ready
that.
for the skunt, then maybe you would be ready for the. But in the meantime, you can't be just sitting in vain. And what I mean by sitting in vain, I don't mean go out there and find the next man and this. But I'm talking about realistically as it pertains to your life goals and the things that you need to be doing for yourself. You can't just sit down and leave yourself there hoping that, okay, maybe one day this man gonna come back. What if he dead skunt tomorrow? Then what? No, I'm asking you. If the man dead tomorrow,
If he dies tomorrow, I still have to move on and go on with my life. I still have to fight.
except
with
wait. But you're forgetting something. If he dies tomorrow, something else stops.
The money stopped coming in.
Good. So you're telling me that you're not catering that this man could possibly die at some point in time in his life? No, I'm asking you realistically. Let's say everything was fine and dandy, and the man didn't marry another woman, but the man was up there walking your ass off and sending money, and then somebody gonna rob me and kill you, God forbid. Then what gonna happen?
Well,
Then you'll be
yeah.
left. Then you'll be left in a bad spot, or worse yet, he gets an injury up there,
I know.
and he's up there and he's stuck up there. And then when he comes down here, you have a broken man that comes to you, and now both of you gotta maintain. You got the broken man, plus you got the children to maintain. Then it's all back on you anyway,
Mhm.
which means you'll be up shit's creek without a paddle,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, on one of the last relationship shows that we had here, we were talking about, divorce insurance and insurance, basically relationship insurance, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Mhm.
let me reiterate this to you. Anytime people are getting into, you have to have relationship insurance. And if you get into a relationship without relationship insurance, very quickly you need to develop some form of relationship insurance. What happens in the event that shit goes south? What happens? People don't plan for this, but it's a commonplace thing, and you need some sort of security. That's one of the reasons why, if certain types of guys is running up to me talking about, Papa Snow, your doctor them looking good, I say, hey, what you bringing to the table, man? I tell them straight. I say, yeah, you like my doctor? My doctor probably like, what you bringing to the table? Well, I got the job. That's not good enough. I get the mark. That's not good enough. I don't care how you look at it. It's not good enough, right?
You're
But
absolutely correct.
however, there is a point to where you realize that people plan correctly. It sounds like you got into this thing years and years ago, and you didn't get into it with a proper plan, and now it's affecting you. To
You
touch.
see,
Go
you
ahead.
see, the whole thing comes about is that me and he make one arrangement in Guyana. The arrangement that what we make, he said, Samantha, I'm going to America for you, for make it right. This is the last trip I'm going to make into America. This, I'm going to make it right for me and you and the 3 kids. What I'm doing for you and the 3 kids. Now, when I asked him, that is in 2019, I asked him, I said, listen to me, if you know that you didn't find anyone, please do as you normally do. Send your money to Guyana and I will put it in the bank. And when you come to Guyana back, we're going to make it. We're going to do a business together. Right? We're going to make things right for me and the kids and you. And we're going to live happily as ever.
Okay, so let me tell you what, right? That's your personal fairy tale, not his.
Right? But it
Reality.
it was going through, but the father kept to him.
Listen,
father.
listen, stop right there. He father can be more influential in his life than my father is in mine.
No.
And when it comes to certain things, girl, I as a man, I say, yo, dad, no.
No, that is not how it works with he and his father. Listen, if a pin fall between me and he tells his father everything up to which day the father
Okay,
cuts him out.
and so I'm gonna ask you
know what
this:
I mean?
you know all of that going on. That's the type of relationship you want?
But we never go down that road.
I'm sorry?
Go down that road.
Hold on. Samantha, I'm gonna have to call you back for some reason. Your whole thing just dropped. Right? Your whole thing just dropped. I'm gonna call you back. I'm not calling you back right now. We're gonna continue this. Okay. So, first and foremost, getting back to our main topic, can love, right? Can love affect or distract you from your life's goals? In Samantha's case, yes,
Yes. In a nutshell, yes.
without a doubt, yes,
In a
right?
nutshell.
But I'll tell you this: did love actually distract her, or did her decisions distract her there? That's a difference, right? It's a big difference.
I think it could be a bit. I think it could be a bit of both.
And it's a bit of both, because you love somebody, yes, but even when you love somebody, does that mean you need to be stupid? Think about
See,
it.
that's the thing.
Think about it.
There's a very
Right?
thin line.
Think about it. And Samantha, you need to talk with people. We're willing to help. But let me first just address a couple things. One, right now you're still in denial. Let me just tell you this right away. You are still in denial because you are looking for all sorts of alternate reasons as to why this thing could still work out between you and this guy. From the woman wanting to, there's a problem with he and the father, to all sorts of things. You're lying to yourself, Samantha.
I think Samantha has a lot of healing that she needs to do as well.
You have probably been dependent on this person for so long that you don't know how to live without this person. And that's not necessarily love, you know. That's dependency. That's dependency. So I need you to know the difference. Right? You are dependent on him. Next, when you tell a man who is overseas working, let him send all the money down, you can put it in the bank fee, and then when he come, no man ain't doing dust cut. Let me tell you this straight. Because the man is trying to get out of the relationship. So what is he going to do? He's going to give you all of his financial leverage, the one thing that he has. He's not going to hear that shit. He's not going to do that. Much less if he has another woman in. No way the man doing that. And to me, it sounds almost like you want the whole of a holy scun too. So I need you to understand that I'm going to tell it as it is from both sides. What you need to do is you just need to worry about that man's obligation to his children and consider that bridge between you and him, that love that you once had. That shit is dead. Because no man who loves you would treat you in the manner in which you're telling me this gentleman is treating you. And if that is what you love, in which case, that version of love is very unhealthy. And I don't think that's really love. Why? Because I always tell people, you can't love someone if you can't love yourself. Right? I think that version of love that you have is more centered around selfishness than it's actually centered out of, you know, progressiveness. Right? And you like owning it. Let me tell you straight, you like owning it.
And the benefits that come with it.
And the benefits that come with it. Right? You like that. And I'm not saying nay. But if you truly want out of that situation, it's as simple as making a phone call, coming to our network, we back you up, you get your own business started, you stand on your own 2 feet, you provide for your children while he is providing for your children. But most importantly, you provide for yourself. You know, parents, you just always hear parents say things. I live for my children. Listen, let me tell you what. Bullshit. Stop that old thing that people just talk. I only living for my children. If you're only living for your children, going dead now, Scott. Because you don't know if your children are going to be good people or bad people in the future. You can't just live for your children. Because your children, how they are brought up, will reflect on you. So when you say, oh, I just live it for my children, no. When you do things for your children, you are not doing it for your children, you're doing it for yourself. Your children are your only guarantee in having a future. So when you invest in your children, you are investing in yourself. Take the excuse out of the equation. Look at it for what it is. When I spend money on my children, I want them to grow up. Why? Because they carry my lineage. Somebody has to take over what I'm doing. Somebody has to carry that to the next level. That's how legacies are made. That's how family lines are run. You know, you can't just sit there and be like, okay, well, you know, I'm living for my children all the time. Right? I'm living for my children. And, you know, no, it's got to be more than that. There's got to be more than that. You've got to live for yourself as well.
It can't just be about your kids. I'm a single parent.
Because let me tell you something. Imagine living for your children all your life. You're 43 now. Some of your children done.
Your kids are going to grow up and leave the nest. Then what?
Listen, let me tell you something. Let's say you walk up and rock up yourself all the time. Now your children, you're far to treat. Some of your children done marry. Your other children, them they gonna be older soon enough. You know. By the time you're 51, your youngest is gonna be 18. When your youngest is 18, are you telling yourself at 51 you can't look sexy and still find what you want? You can't enjoy life, you can't travel, you can't do things? Tell me what's going on. Explain this one. Explain this one to me. Right?
I think Samantha has a lot of soul searching to do.
Right? I think Samantha needs to be around good people.
But she
Maybe.
needs to find out who she is first.
She needs to learn who she is. And we're willing to help you do that. Right? We're willing to help you do that. Don, oh Scott, Don, well that's the right one. Don said, oh come, when the man dead, all we got to do is get another man. Ah, yeah, you could do that. You could do that. But here's the thing. One might not be the same as the next.
Amen to
Right?
that.
Remember, China does make mass production.
Every
Right?
man has different qualities.
But unique items come at a higher price. Right? And sometimes some items are just one of a kind. So if no one breaks Scott, you ain't getting another one back. Right? But if you have a generic man, yeah, you know, like one of those guys in the corner, they're always in the corners, yeah, you know. You don't know where to find those, they on carno. Right? So, you know, you pick up one of those, they broke up tomorrow, you throw that away, you drive around to get the next carno, and you get the next variety. It has happened.
Good to go.
Right? That's one of the men that I was talking about, you know, you buy one. They're available for sale. Right? Don't be fooled. You know, you buy one. Right? Let's see, Rashini has a statement here. I'm 36 and is now restarting my life and actually putting my life on track. Better late than never. It's never too late to stand up and start loving and respecting yourself and your work. Rashini,
Amen to that.
I'm 38, and let me tell you what, right? The amount of times I've had to
Amen
restart
to
life,
that.
right? I just understand that restarting life is no different than actually just living life. It's all part of it, right? It's all part of it, right? So, you know, it's hard, but it's only hard based on how you perceive it. Because what's different? If you live alone and you work, or you live with somebody and you work, what is the difference? Well, let me tell you the difference. The difference is that two incomes are always better than one. That's the only difference. Other than that, you have a no stress sexual partner at your disposal when you or he want sex. And when you want to hug up skunt, you got hug up material.
You got that.
But let me tell you what's up. Keep your job. Buy a damn puppy to hug up. Keep a good friend for conversation. And use a man when you want one and put it down in the corner. And you might be surprised that you have everything you want right there. Don't take on any stress. You don't take on you. Right? But then when you're ready for a relationship, well then you open yourself up to all of those
There you go.
things, right? I mean, it's hard, it's simple, but what happens is that we often want the best of both worlds.
Elizabeth has put up a comment. She said, man, it's hard in these days. Married my high school sweetheart. Been married for 40. I think powers in higher places put us together.
Well, it has a lot more to do with than just powers in higher places, Elizabeth, right? That's because you found someone that complemented you.
They're compatible.
You may not have found someone that is just like you. It's a difference. But you have found someone that complemented you, right? And, you know, maybe high powers did. But I don't think it's the higher power that you're thinking about. Because God at no point in time chooses who you fall in love with for you. That is all personal choice. All a personal choice. Right? God gives you strength and wisdom to handle the problems in your relationship. But you still have to choose to handle it within that regard, right? So big thing, right? But a 40-year long relationship, that's amazing, and I wish you and your husband many, many more happy relationships. A happy relationship, right? Because many relationships out there, they don't last like that anymore.
They don't. They definitely don't.
If I get the 40-year long relationship to start from now, I did when that relationship done, right? Because I can put me at 78, but I ain't know if I live in so long, right?
Yeah.
But if I do, I'm all right. I would have lived a full life in terms of relationship.
So going back, because we
Okay,
didn't
hold
even
on.
finish the question.
Don, my friend. Hold on. What I gonna ask Don, right, is a certain degree of the vulgarity, if you could just kind of tone it down, right? Because, you know, I'm trying to keep the show to a certain standard, so I'm just gonna delete that comment there, right?
I didn't see it.
Right, no disrespect meant, Don, right? But yeah, I want to raise the quality, the standard of the show. So I need your help and support as well, right? So please help me out there, okay? Yeah. So just wanted to say that, right? Yeah, man. A lot of women are sexy at 50 or above, right?
Yeah. Oh yes, they are. I could vouch
Right.
for one.
You know who I always had a crush on, right? And I keep forgetting her name, but she was in the first from Dusk Till Dawn. Selma Hayek.
Oh yeah, she's
Selma Hayek. I don't even care. I think she's older now, but I'm in love with you. If you ever see this,
I love it.
Selma.
Jump on her fan page.
Right.
My cousin has just asked Nanda Kennedy. She says, "Have you ever been in love, Snow?"
Yes. Yes. More times than I think I wanted to be in love. Like currently, I'm in love with Selma Hayek. Well, she's a lot older than me, and she's probably gonna die before me. But what are you gonna do? Right? Right? Or maybe I'm just in love with her from that movie. I think that's probably it, right?
You think?
That could be it too, right?
I doubt it.
Right?
But if she was standing in front of you.
Well, here's the thing, right? When you see somebody on TV and then you see them in real life, it's different.
Person.
Yeah, it's different. It's different.
Two different things. Remember, they're all theatrical makeup and
right, with 4K and HD TV, you can't hide certain things anymore. Everything is just like blah. Like, that's what you really look like. Oh my God, you know.
Take off the face. Take off the mask.
Okay, you know, but yeah, man, I don't care for anyone who grew up in the '90s that could tell me from the '90s to early 2000s, whatnot, and you could tell me you did not, and you're a dude, and you could tell me you did not find Selma Hayek extremely sexy.
I had a girl crush on her. I thought she was pretty.
You know what I mean? Then something wrong. Right?
Yep.
Right? Then something would be wrong. Right? But yes, you know, based on the conversations that we had there with Samantha, based on some of the things we were discussing earlier, it is definitely possible for love to affect your life goals if you allow it to. And it's very hard not to allow it to, because love is such a strong emotional feeling that you feel compelled sometimes to do something that is out of your way that you may not really think about right away. That's why when you're making decisions, you need to make calculated decisions. You need to have backup plans in your decisions, plan A, plan B, and plan C your way out of this equation when necessary.
Exactly.
You need to have that.
See, and there was a bit of both. If you think about it, there was a bit of both.
Well, Anita sing, because you're talking about Selma there, right? I can love her at the distance. I can love the image on TV. Me really want to be with she, because the minute I see eyelash fall off, right? and booty poppers and stuff all day, and then I'm like, nope, that can't work. But back in her day, prime day, I think she's still a very beautiful woman. I wouldn't want to be with her now, but you know, back in her day, oh shit, man, Selma, it was Selma.
I'm sure she still looks good.
Right? You know who
I'm
else
sure
I used
she
to like
still
too?
looks good.
That girl from The Devil Wears Prada. I don't know if
Oh,
you
you
ever
liked her?
the one with the English. Oh God, I loved her. I loved her. That was like my dream woman. I don't care what anybody says. I got a thing for brunettes, right? Especially when she put
I
on the
thought you would have
glasses.
been a
That was
blonde
it,
girl.
right?
I thought you would have
I
liked
forgot her. I
blondes.
forgot her name, but yeah, I forgot her name. That was so long ago. And now it's she looked broke up. So me and Wanda look at her, right? But it's crazy. But you know, right? So I know what real people look like now, right? But back then, you know, TV was everything. So we grew up in the TV, you know, real
Exactly.
advertising age where you fall in love with looks, right? However,
Exactly.
I'm more into other aspects now than just looks.
So what are you into now? What aspects are you into
Man, we ain't
now?
talking about me right now.
But then you
We
said
ain't
that
talking.
you would
I
reveal a
didn't just
piece of
say.
your list. Every session there would be a little piece of your list. So
Right? Anne Hathaway is very nice. I think Anne might be a little too skinny for me though.
I like how you swiftly changed that subject.
No, I was just answering my sister Fazina thing right there. Right? Anne Hathaway. Yeah, Anne Hathaway is incredibly beautiful woman. But I don't think that was that woman's name, was it?
No.
I'm trying to find out. If her name was Anne Hathaway, then yeah, she was bomb. Right? That was it. Could be
Come
Anne
on,
Hathaway. I think it could be Anne
What about
Hathaway.
you? What about me? I'm confused. I don't understand that question. Riri.
Oh, I see you getting support. Ha, Jillian, I can give Anne some insure.
To suit your taste.
Hey, Annette, I have to make a robot. You'll be surprised. Scientists are working things. Scientists.
Either that or a blow-up doll. We've already discussed this, right?
You know what I mean? Have you ever been in love? Yes. What about? Well, I've been in love. I've already answered that, right? So.
Oh,
I would think that you've been in love. I mean, I have 6 kids. Shit, how many times have I been in love? Right? Miss Chin, so I guess the same question back to you. Have you ever been in love?
Yes, I have been in love and I got
Now-
my heart broken.
Now, let me make it relevant to our discussion tonight. Has it changed your life plans or your life goals? Yes?
It's changed. I've been single for what, 7 years? So it's changed what I'm looking for in a partner. It has changed my views on relationships. It has put up barriers. It's done a lot. I'm single by choice, by the way. I'm not single because I can't find a man or I can't get a man. I'm single by choice.
Look at
but
you. I doubt that you would have a problem getting a man.
But I choose to be single until I find what I want because
Okay,
I've got,
so-
like you, I've got my list.
Yeah, I know. You see, a list is important,
Mm-hmm.
right? Okay, so me, I've been in love, and yes, it has affected, right, my life's goals. Okay? On many occasions. In fact, throughout my sequence of falling in love, and I say it like that because I've fallen in love more than one time, at least what I would, consider love, right? I've changed my life's goal significantly. And that's because I was younger and I wanted to make the next person happy. And I figured if we were both happy, then we would both be able to work together to get this done. Suddenly, I started making her happy and her goals became more important than mine. And I started
That's where you need a balance.
I started
You
to
need
lose
balance.
myself. One of the best things that I ever did for myself was coming out of, well, let me say, a couple of times in this life, I've did some pretty amazing things for myself. And I'll tell you exactly what that is. leaving relationships that did not complement my life's mission. Very, very important.
See, and that's why you need to find someone that's compatible with you, that's on the same page, that understands.
Maxwell
which
House,
direction you're
Noel.
heading.
Maxwell House. That's the coffee we brew in here.
Maxwell House, yeah. Nescafe.
Nescafe, yes. Right? That is what we're brewing
Hey.
here.
Mm-hmm.
Annette said you're an old man now. You just have to go with the flow. Not necessarily. Not so old then again. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel old sometimes. Right? Like, too much
You're
information.
as old as you feel, or you're as young as you feel.
Oh, Scott. I feel like Methuselah. Right?
Yeah.
Right? When it comes to information. But physically, though, I feel like Braveheart.
You feel like Braveheart.
Yeah.
Mel Gibson.
Right? So,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you gotta do something.
Yeah.
Somebody, Elizabeth said, Chin, they want you and Snow together. Well, we just answered the question. We're together right here. Congratulations. That
There you go.
You know,
Your comebacks are
that's
so good.
Right.
I love it.
Noel said, see how both of them are blushing. You know, Noel, we're both red people, right? So you gotta understand, that's not blush, that's our natural skin tone. We just
Exactly.
naturally glow like it's Christmas. Right? But here's the thing, right? And that's
And I am
why
wearing a
not
little bit of
Tarzan.
blush, so.
You see where Tarzan there inside the jungle, all the mosquito? Not me, I'm practical. I'm practical. Mosquito there in the jungle, scum. Why you put me in the jungle, girl? Keep me somewhere in civilization. Mosquito bite is not nice. I sure Tarzan jungle got malaria. Oh, he ain't get it. Malaria dangerous. You know, I still ain't get malaria yet. Me wanda.
Ooh, mix up Chinese.
John Liu, do we have a crush on each other? I would think that we do. I think that I find her attractive. She finds me attractive. I think that that's okay. I think that's perfectly fine. Or maybe I'm just speaking for myself, right? But I don't care. In my mind, we do, and that's okay. Because you can be attracted to somebody, you can have a crush on somebody, and at the same time, you can maintain a code of conduct. You can maintain a code of etiquette. You know.
There you go.
You know, I know a lot of women that I'm friends with, and maybe when we first started talking, maybe they were attracted to me, right? Maybe I was attracted to them, but then when you talk to people and you start to understand who they are, then you get to know where these people can actually fit in your life. And I think that people sometimes want people in their life, but they don't know how to have people in their life without having people in their life on a particular type of level.
Where they fit in.
This is an important concept for a lot of people, and a lot of people don't realize that.
I
Right?
agree.
A lot of people don't realize that, and I've seen it. I mean, I've experienced it before. There are people that I have liked in the past before, and I was curious to know, like, where did this person fit in my life? Will this person fit in if I am involved with them romantically? But 99% of the time, and let me tell you this straight, people are
And they're
only
friends.
romantically connected to you in your life because you wanted that, as opposed to wanting them in your life into the actual area where they truly supposed to be or where they fit, right? You know, so that's important. I've seen that. Just like, okay, if we go back to Samantha's situation there, she still wants that man in her life,
Of course she does.
but she's having a hard time right now trying to figure out where in her life is this man supposed to be. Yes, he will always be in your life as your children's father, but that time as husband and wife, that time is pretty much done. So where do you put him now? Does that mean that everything that was there has to be thrown out? All of that time, all of that energy. everything that went into it. No, it does not have to be that way. I mean, I have conversations with my ex on a daily basis, but we are good friends. We don't talk about romantic things because we have found where each other fits in our lives.
Even with like our discussions, a lot of our discussions are based around what you're doing, the cause. A lot of our discussions are based around that.
Yeah, so,
How to
it,
better how to, like, in terms of your lives, in terms of, we have a lot of discussions based on that.
right? But yes, I find you to be an incredibly beautiful woman. I ain't gonna run from
Thank
that,
you.
right? Right? It is an honor.
And you are an incredibly attractive man. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I had a haircut today. I credit the barber and my father and mother somewhere down the line. Right? So, no, but yeah, that was a big shout out, Mr. Barber. Next haircut is free.
They did a good job.
Right? Right? Yeah, he did an alright job. I didn't get cut. Yay. Right? But yes, so love can distract you if you're not responsibly going into love.
This is the thing. If you're blinded by love, then it will definitely distract you.
So do your best to try not to be blinded by love. And it's hard. Because I can tell you, that you can look at someone and form an instant infatuation. Instant infatuation. Right? But that infatuation can't go anywhere. I think, Lee Nye said it right, without communication.
I was looking at that as well.
Without
Communication
communication.
is the key word.
Oh, Scott, Ramona, look, you see what Ramona put there? Here's my theory. Snow is too much, man, for one woman. Yeah, here's the problem. Right? That sounds like problems. I don't even know where else to go with that particular statement there.
Polygamy.
Right? Yeah, listen, I was talking, which leads us directly into our next, right, part of the show. All right, but before we continue with the next part of the show, we are going to take a slight break, and then we will come back on to this live, right? But in the meantime, hold on, let me just switch over. I'm going to put on something, because we don't normally do these breaks like this, right? We normally don't do these breaks like this. So,
but it has been pretty long. It's like what?
Yeah,
we started at what? Just after 10. I mean, it's almost.
Right, it's been a big show.
It's 11:51.
It's been a big show. So I got so much stuff here on top of this. It's just kind of crazy, right? But what I will do, it's actually an hour and a half. So we will actually take a break, and we will continue this particular show in about another 15 minutes, because we still do need to take a little bit of a break. All right, so thank you guys very much, and stay tuned in approximately 15 minutes. So we will be back. You will see the live come back up, because that's what we're doing. So in 15 minutes, we will see you guys. Much love, much respect, and all of that good stuff, and we'll be back shortly. Thank you.